Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vobes show on the 21st of June 2018. It's the longest day, it's now evening, the longest evening, British summertime at 8 o'clock, live on Facebook and on a rerun on YouTube. With me in the blazing sunshine here in Littlehampton is Richard Suggett. Hello Richard.
Hello Richard.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, I'm all right. I'm squinting into the sun.
By the light. It's sunny and bright, hasn't it?
Yes, we are blinded. We're back at Richard Suggett's lovely allotment, ladies and gentlemen, and it's so fantastic to be here. Live in the fresh air, another sunny day. The last time we came was a sunny day.
It was.
And it's a beautiful sunny day. A little bit of a breeze here, but that's not going to affect us. We're both standing in an allotment with standing, notice, not sitting. Hang on, I'm just going to try and can barely see the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Here is another view of us. We wave to you over there. You should be able to see us, which is marvellous. So yes, that's where we are. Let's see if you're actually out there in the world. Yes, hello people, hello Richard. We've got Mark Selwood, Pam Earnshaw, Michael Glazier, Fresh in the Sun, hello, Kushti Phil, Anne Osborne. Can you hear us okay? First of all, that would be a good test to know that we're coming in loud and clear, live in an allotment. And when was the last time, Richard, that we were here?
2-3 weeks ago?
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
That long ago, I don't think.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? And we're back. So I suppose the question to ask is, what has happened in the allotment since we were last here?
A lot more weeds have grown.
Are they supposed to have grown?
No. I've had words with them, but
right.
They don't listen. But yeah, apart from that, we've got some sweet potatoes in the ground over there.
If we move back just a fraction, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the allotment. And actually, hang on, I'm just going to try an experiment here. Didn't test this out, but in theory, I ought to be able to.
Right, now he's out of the way, I'm going to take over.
Run down here. Can you see me, Mother? Can you see me? So, in theory, one should be able to get right down to the far end. So, just having a look down there. If I go right the way, if you do a running commentary, I'll be able to show you the depth of the whole thing. I can only get so far. I'll have to run round because I don't want to plough through your rhubarb. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll go. Although I could have got you to do that.
You could have done.
But you know where you know where I'm walking past.
Well, at the moment he's walking past the large bed, and he's heading on the other side of him is the strawberries. In front of him, he's got the rhubarb that he's now patting.
Rhubarb.
He likes his rhubarb. We all know that. Now he's going past the asparagus, down past the Jerusalem artichokes, round past the scruffy corner, in bottom of the shed, where we held our last live one. He's found a flower pot and thrown it in the air. This is Richard in his natural habitat. Back round past scruffy corner, past the apple tree, round the corner by the strawberries, past the rhubarb. Oh, and he's back.
It's extensive.
You need a seat now, don't you?
How many acres? There must be acres and acres of it. Yeah, let's see if anyone's commenting. We can hear you. Jane Ainsley says loud and clear. Who said that? We can hear you.
You scroll down.
Oh, scroll down. Yes, there we go. Hang on. Find the mouse. Find the mouse. Watch for the stingers. Yes, thanks, Andy. Very good. Hello, Nikki. It's encouraging growth for sure. It's a running commentary. Yes, it was. Well done. So, whilst I catch my breath, what about Julia, the lovely Julia? We haven't seen her for a while, have we?
No, we haven't.
Is she here?
We do have
a
standby Julia.
We've got the lovely Julia stand-in. Hello, lovely Julia stand-in. And how are you? Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. Are you? You've dyed your hair from purple. Oh, sick of purple. Sick of purple. Oh, yes, sir. Sick of it. How can you be sick of purple? That's your trademark. Oh, I don't know. I like to go back as a brunette. Oh, is that right? Oh, I do. So what are you going to be doing in tonight's show then, the lovely Julia stand-in? Oh, Oh, criticising. What? Criticising? Oh, yes. I'm good at criticising. No, you're not. You're normally just lovely. Well, I'm criticising if you don't get on with it. Oh, crikey. Right, well...
Definitely Julia, isn't it?
I think we better get on with it. I'll let you go down there, Will. Sorry, Julia. Julia's standing.
She's joined Eric.
Yes, that's it. She's down there with Eric. Schmoozing with Eric, which is marvellous. So now, Richard, you've just moved over. Let's have a look. I've got to try and find the mouse because we can't see the screen because of the sunshine. But so what are you planning on doing, Richard?
I have lots of food planned, and a lot of it has came from the allotment this week.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just peeling open some broad beans that I'm going to use to make a broad bean salad, or broad bean and feta salad to be exact. We also have some potato and onion fritters and some globe artichoke barbecued, marinated and like that.
Marinated?
Marinated.
In what?
Garlic, oil and cayenne pepper.
Ooh, cayenne pepper, so it's going to be a spicy meal.
Well, I've tested it. I don't find it spicy, but I don't have very good taste for spice.
Right, oh, okay. Well, you better chuck some chilies in.
It'll probably blow your head off if it got to that point.
Don't do that then.
No, I saw that video of you and the chilli in the shop.
Well, I do like chilies, and I normally can take it very hot.
Oh, right.
Actually. It's just that one was extremely hot. Anyway, less of that. Now, you've also poured out a drink for us, and I don't know if I can show this to the lovely viewer. It looks like some sort of gun.
It's not quite panned out how I was told it would.
Right, so what is it then?
It's meant to be mint lemonade.
Mint lemonade, okay. How have you made it?
Well, I've actually put the recipe on my website,
okay,
which was how I was told by a customer of mine who... I'm a fridge engineer by trade, so you can see I work in a lot of restaurants and they sell this. Yeah, it's mint, lemon, lime, whizzed up together, and then topped up with soda water or lemonade, which I made with lemonade last time. It was very nice.
It is, it's very chewy. To be honest,
yeah.
It's very chewy. You know, you buy lemonade in the shop and the bottles, whether it's mint or whatever, it generally is very clear. You've not got your mother's tights out and strained this, have you? But I quite like it like this.
It's not meant to need straining from what I read.
Oh, it's not meant to be strained?
No,
Oh.
But I don't know. Perhaps I didn't blend it for long enough, or perhaps I was meant to blend it with the soda water.
I quite like it chewy. It's finding crevices in my teeth. Mind you, the crevices shouldn't be there. But,
And the last time I made it with lemonade instead of soda water. And
right.
Might have...
Because the soda water gives it a certain bitterness, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And I guess the lemonade will give it a much sweeter drink. I don't think Julia would have liked this. Would you, Julia? If she was able to drink at the moment. She's canoodling with Eric down there in the thing, as far as I know. As long as she's not spying on us, we'll be all right. So, well, it's very refreshing out here on this very hot day, the longest day, the summer solstice. Now, you said to me earlier you were a bit worried. Yeah, you did.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you said to me earlier you were worried that we may not get any viewers because, of course, we're fighting against what is that sport that they do with that big pig's bladder thing, and they kick it between two upright posts. It's a game, isn't there?
Is there?
Aren't they doing it in another country? In Germany? Are they in Germany doing it?
No.
Cricket, is it? No, not cricket, not rugby. No. It's one of those.
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks, there we go. Tiddlywinks. Julia says, I am spying! Is she?
Sorry. Hi, Pauline, and hi, Grandad.
Hi, Pauline. Hi, Grandad. Not my Grandad, obviously, but his Grandad.
My Grandad. Just seen that he's watching.
Fantastic. Oh, well, that's marvellous. It's nice to see Claire Leach, Cynthia Walder, Pauline King. Oh, is that Pauline? Nikki Jess, James DeWill, Anne Osborne. You're all there. It's marvellous to see you. We can't see, as you can see, we're having to cover our eyes to see the computer screen.
So we need to move that sun back a bit, don't we?
It will go down, I'm assured. By the end of the show, it will go down. It did do it. It did it last time. So hopefully you're getting little bits of atmosphere. Are you? If we shut up for a second, up. Can you hear the tweeting birds, the aeroplanes, the M25, the tigers, the lions, and all that? Let's see if you can. Should do, because I put a sound effect tape on. No, of course I didn't. But anyway, so you've got the barbecue going.
Barbecue's on the go.
Barbecue's on the go. Let's go switch over to our barbecue cam, which is, we've only got the 2 cameras, so could you point to the barbecue? Oh yes, it's right on the edge of frame. It's right on the edge of frame. We wanted to show you, if I can see the screen, all the technical gear that we've got set up here. So you've got all this stuff ready, so what are you going to do next?
First thing I'm going to do is cook the boiled beans just for a few minutes. So I've got a bowl of water in there already.
A bowl of water inside the barbecue?
Inside the barbecue, just to get the heat.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because your barbecue's quite a special barbecue. It's not like, well, it looks special from where we can't see it. Hang on, let me see.
Looks like R2-D2, doesn't it?
Yes, I'm going to just go over here and see if I can just manipulate the camera down so that we can see. I have no idea if you can see it.
Down a bit more. There you go. The light's probably not right, but
it's this. Oh, I nearly tapped it. That was stupid, wasn't it? I'm going to move it round there a bit. So there we go. It's all a little chaotic, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, you can just see the top of the barbecue now. I'll have to keep going and adjusting the exposure as the sun goes down. Where's the camera? That one there. Yeah, so just remind me what you've done. For those people who've just joined us, just remind us what we're doing food-wise on the allotment.
Right. So we've just I picked some boiled beans earlier today, and I've shelled those, and we're just cooking the boiled beans, just boiling them in a bit of water.
Lovely.
3-4 minutes, then we'll
bit
drain
of salt?
Them. Not yet. No.
Not yet. Okay.
I've just realised I've forgotten the salt and pepper again.
Not to worry, you could have flagged that, but never mind.
No
one's watching. Nobody knows.
Yeah, and once they're cooked, we'll put in the pan of oil to try and cook up the potato fritters.
Potato fritter. And are these homegrown potatoes?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a good time to grow potatoes at the moment?
New potatoes are coming in.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're very good, nice.
You know when you go into the supermarkets and they say they've got new potatoes, and then they've got something that Morrison's particularly call baby potatoes. Are they the same as new potatoes?
Yeah, they're just under a different name.
Right. They're just
marketed differently.
Right, because the baby ones tend to be cheaper than new ones.
Yes, yeah. I think that's what it is. New potatoes are obviously something like Jersey Royals, quite famously well known for that.
Right.
Baby potatoes might be another variety that are just in their infancy and can grow on to grow into main crop potatoes.
So because new potatoes are very different from your King Edwards and those sort of, but
yeah.
If you had a new King Edward or a baby King Edward, would it be the same as a new potato?
Pretty similar. Yeah.
So basically, a new potato is just a potato that's not fully grown.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, it's not preferred and it's not the best way. I mean, generally use early potatoes for new or baby potatoes.
Early in the year, you mean?
Yes, well, they're harvested after, I think, 10 weeks.
Right.
Whereas mains are 14 weeks.
I see.
Might have my maths slightly wrong there, but, you know.
This show has everything wrong, so I wouldn't worry. All that mint fizz is fizzing. What was that? Hello. That mint fizz was fizzing down my throat. So, the spam not spam, sorry. Potato fritters made out of new potatoes.
New potatoes, yeah.
Fantastic. And
onion.
An onion. What else have we got in them? No salt and pepper, obviously.
No, there's salt and pepper in it, actually.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
An egg and flour just to act as a binding.
Oh, wow.
And then, yeah, that's it. And then the globe artichokes I steamed those last night.
So now, just to tell us what a globe architect.
You see that tall plant over there? Do you want me to run down there?
Yeah, run down there. This time, I'll give him a bit of energy. I have to get on the right side of the camera. There he goes. Look, showing his lovely themed T-shirt. There we are, modelling the globe artichokes. And actually, there is a globe one right at the very pinnacle. I don't know if... Hang on, stay there. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a bit, because this camera... There we go, look. Cool, blimey. We've zoomed... you're probably out of focus.
Not zooming in on your head, are we?
No, hang on. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I need to get the focus sorted. Somewhere in here is oh, Gould. Exposure. Why isn't... No. Exposure, yeah. Focus. Well, it's on auto, so that may be in focus now. I don't know. It's on autofocus. Who knows? Who cares? Anyway, so there we are. That's what it is. And can't see the flipping thing. And he's back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. This is the effect of live. But no, look, watch. I was able, if you can see the screen.
Yep.
I just duck out of the way like this. I could zoom in.
Oh, wow.
On the, it's quite powerful.
Yeah.
On the artichoke. So there we go.
Oh.
It's a novelty.
Yeah.
I don't normally have to do that. So there we are. So that's marvellous. Right, let's see what people are saying, and then I think it's almost time to have a look at the quails.
Yep.
And see what they're up to. Oh, look, we're just seeing the zooming in effect. Massive head. Yes, thanks, Andy Ash. Defo needs salt and pepper, says John Plant. Terry Wood says, evening all. Just been gardening all day. Oh, well, there we are. You've come in to a different kind of garden here. Nigel says, they're watching from my model railway group tonight. Looks good on the phone with the data connection.
Sounds
Excellent.
good.
Well, we're thrilled about that. Richard R. Exposure. Don't worry, ladies. That isn't a command for Richard. Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Lowering the tone.
Yes, there we go. Nicely done. Clearly know how to use the equipment, or did I speak too soon, says James DeWill. We haven't a clue. Here in the allotment. Anyway, keep your comments coming. Nigel Cooper says, in, out, and shake it all about. Nigel, just so you know, the allotment that we're in is the same allotment that we stayed in a caravan and filmed the Snug and Cosy pilot with that enormous amount of dung, that what do you call, not fertiliser?
Horse manure?
Manure, yeah. It was manure for mushroom manure or something.
Mushroom compost.
Mushroom compost. Anyway, I can't remember what it was. But we're in the same allotment that we shot the Snug and Cosy pilot, you remember. And we both leapt into this giant load of poo. Anyway, so that's where we are. The lovely Julia says, time to adjust the brightness. Oh, is it? Has it gone a bit? Righto. Thank you very much. We will go and do that. Meanwhile, let's just cut to this camera, and you can tell us about whatever that you've been doing recently on your podcast. Oh, tell us about the gardening show that you've been to. Yeah, that would be good.
Yes, so on Sunday I went up to BBC Gardeners World live. We've got a few pictures. Are we doing the pictures later?
I will in the... Yes, I'm just adjusting...
Just adjusting that. So
I'm just adjusting the focus.
BBC Gardeners World live. I was lucky enough to win some tickets to go there. We had a fantastic day out. It's well worth a visit. If anybody plans on going next year, it's well worth it. If you want to hear my review on it, you can find it on my podcast from Monday. It's gone down very well, that podcast. It was shared by quite a few people. But yeah, a really good day. There's some show gardens. We had a good look around. Vegetables were featured quite a bit, which is something I'm very passionate about. Quite a few stalls and people selling stuff to buy and test and what have you, as well as free samples, which is always good. And then there was quite a few talks, and I actually spent most of my time around the Gardens Unplugged stage, which is to do with bloggers and social media people who made a name in those things to do with gardening, and they made a stage and several talks out of them. Particularly the Skinny Jean Gardener, who was running the stage, who I won the tickets from. I managed to grab an interview with him, which was really good. You were hearing a bit of it earlier, weren't you?
Yeah, sounds really good. Quality of the sound, superb. Bit of background with the NEC though, of course.
Yeah.
It was a busy show by all accounts.
Very busy, very busy.
What were the numbers?
I have no idea.
How many halls was it in?
3 plus outside, and there was a marquee outside as well.
Right, yeah. So many thousand then, I should think.
Yeah, I mean it was over 4 days as well. We went on Sunday, which was the last day, so that kind of helped things out a bit, I think.
So, well, that sounds brilliant. You've got pictures.
I have.
What were is this of the show?
Oh yeah, the pictures that I took off the show.
Right, let's see if we can find those. It's all a bit cack-handed here, ladies and gentlemen, mainly because I can't see the actual monitor, as we've told you many times, and also we're standing. We thought we'd stand, so it has a different dynamic, and we put the camera in a different position. Last time we were down that end. This time we're up anyway, it doesn't really
With
matter.
that sun, I'm not surprised actually.
Yes, we couldn't have done it facing the sun, or with the camera facing the sun. So this is picture number 1. I've no idea what that is. I'll let you talk us through.
Right, this one is a show garden. I was up there, and I like it because of the barbecue or the smoker's oven. I just thought that was
That's what the thing is?
Yeah,
the smoker's oven.
Rusty looking thing, wood-fired oven. I just liked the look of that and the way it blends in.
Fantastic. Okay, so here is another picture.
Now these were I think they were wood blocks if I remember right. These are sort of a bed that you can buy ready to go, plant up, and as you can see, there's quite a few vegetables in there. There's sweet corn towards the back, kale or cabbage further forward, possibly parsnips or parsley.
So those you could put in your garden.
Yep.
Or on a patio, or in a small yard.
In a small yard. If it was a patio, you'd probably have to do quite a bit of compost and stuff to fill it up with, but certainly on the ground.
So do you think those are, have they got a base on the back of them, or they just go straight into the ground?
Straight into the ground.
Oh, I see. But it would keep it...
You could put a base into it, that's not
a
problem. But
yeah. Oh, cool.
Then you've got to water it more if you don't have that able to get into the ground, and the roots may not get down low enough.
Oh, yeah.
It will work, but it's
very
just
much
things to look about.
If you haven't got an allotment, but you've got a small patch of ground, you could separate stuff nice and easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, where are we now?
Now this is another one of the show gardens, and these are cabbages and cows and brassicas. But if you look just behind, you will see what looks like a train carriage.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it was another show garden, but they were having afternoon tea in this train carriage.
Gosh, how lovely.
Yeah.
So, and when you say it's a show garden, are these the sort of things that are the top end of the grown thing? The best brassicas and that sort of thing? No,
basically, a bit like the... what's the big one? The big garden?
Chelsea Flower Show, that sort of thing.
Yeah, when they make show gardens up, this next picture is actually the same sort from a different angle. When they make show gardens up to win prizes and show you how a garden could look, this is basically what they're doing here.
Oh, I see. And this is to influence you to try it out at home?
Yeah.
In your own garden or allotment?
And win competitions to make their names.
They've raked these, haven't they? They look like those gardens are on the slope.
Yes, they are slightly on a slope.
Is that just so it makes it easier to view?
I think so, yeah.
I
just like, because this is all vegetables. There's some flowers that I didn't get in the shop, but this is all edible stuff, and I like,
Obviously, very difficult to get in amongst those. If your garden backs up, say, to a wall on a slight rise like that, tricky to get to.
Sure.
But presumably you make walkways or something.
But again, if you are growing your own, you want to make as much room or as much of your space as you have got.
Yes, true. So here we go, another one.
And again, I liked these because these are all edibles again, and they've got wicker baskets, wicker bed frames.
Right. Made out of something like hazel or...
Yeah, I think it was hazel, I think.
And so then it will last a few years before it falls apart. I mean, it looks very picturesque, doesn't it?
Yes.
And I like, what are these beans at the back there in the circular thing?
Beans, yes. Growing up at bean stalks or bean frame.
So it just proves that you can make growing vegetables actually quite an attractive feature of your garden. It isn't all weeds and lots of space of earth or just bits between the rockery.
Yeah, except for me. Mine is just...
Well, yours is a pucker allotment. I'm just thinking if you've sectioned a bit of your garden, you can make it...
Yeah, very much so. If you're into aesthetics, then you can easily blend the two together.
Yeah. So this must be in one of the marquees, is it?
Yes, yeah. I think I got this to show the folly on the side that they recreated. And yeah, these were selling all the flowers in the marquee and plants. And the next one is another shot of that same picture.
Oh yeah, so that's it. You can buy follies.
Oh, there'll be someone
ready-made.
out there ready. Yeah.
If there's a demand, somebody will be selling them. Bits of architectural salvage or made to measure, I suppose.
Yeah, the wife wants a folly in our garden.
Oh, really?
Which I quite like the idea of.
Yeah. I thought you were the folly. Everyone a gem. None of them funny. Not when it's from the Vobes.
See what I have to pile up with, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, don't axe me from my own show. So
you went running off earlier.
I know, you had the chance then. Who knows what he said? Anyway, they were fascinating pictures, Richard.
Thank you.
Do we need to check on anything over on the in the didgeridoo?
I think the broad beans are about ready.
Oh, the excitement,
I'm
ladies and excitement.
I'm going to need Julia's hand.
Oh, Julia's hand. Julia, get yourself over. There she is. Oh, head first. Poor Julia. She's gone head first into the pan. Is she testing the beans?
She's grabbing the so I don't burn myself.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's all right.
And we'll drain those.
Yeah, drain straight onto the floor.
Yeah, kill the weeds.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think if you keep playing the show, that'll kill the weeds.
Yeah, you never know.
You never.
Every little helps.
Thanks very much.
Right, I'm just going to add the vinaigrette to those broad beans.
Okay, I'll just check to see. Paul Watts is saying it's a great show, guys. Looks like a greenhouse, says Kevin Hall. Bet it was warm in there at the show.
It wasn't too bad, actually. No.
Not too bad?
No.
Mark Selwood says, looks wonderful. If you have a small space to grow vegetables, it gives people a lot of ideas.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
That's good. Folly, says Malcolm Glazier. Hate broad beans, Kevin Hall. Doesn't like them at all.
Well, they may not like you either.
No, there we go. We've got Colin Charles Cox has joined in. Nice to see you. Oh, I'm getting a smell of vinegar.
Yes, that's... the
vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette, yeah, and vinaigrette, oil and mint.
Wow, lovely food. No salt and pepper again, says Nikki Chess.
Yes.
Richard, can I ask Richard a question, Kevin Hall? Yes, of course. Ask away. Ask your question. I'll just get us up on this two-shot here. There we go. Kevin, do ask your question. I know there's a bit of a 30-second delay, which is why I'm just filling it by talking rubbish again. But do... No, nothing new there. It's all right. This show is all hot air. So I better keep an eye on when the question pops up. So, yes, ask a question. Is it not about veg? Oh, it is not about veg. What does he mean by that? Kevin, what do you mean? Can you clarify that? Can I ask Richard a question? It is not about veg. Well, this is all veg, isn't it? What you're cooking is all homemade veg.
Oh, is he on about the show?
Oh, the show. The gardening show. Yeah. No, it's not all about veg. Oh, I see what you mean.
It's gardening in general.
Yes.
But vegetables were...
a part of that.
Part of that, and I did think they were focusing on that a bit more than just vegetables. I mean, I've never been to the show before, to be honest, but... Right. I prefer to see vegetables in the show, in any show. I think to me, they're better than flowers. My personal opinion.
Yes, and of course you can eat sunflowers, not sunflowers, sunflowers.
Sunflowers, yeah.
You can eat, but vegetables are designed to be eaten, and they're good for you.
Yeah, I mean, oddly enough, when I was at the show, one of the speakers who saw my T-shirt and sort of said, "Oh, have I ever done anything on edible flowers?" And it's something I've thought about doing, and I do grow some, but we in fact I've got some down here, some nasturtiums.
Oh yeah,
those trailing things.
Yeah.
They've got a bit of a peppery taste to them.
Oh right. So yeah, you should do a show on edible flowers. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Kevin says I have
hydrangeas.
Yeah, hydrangeas, which just needs a ladder, I suppose, to get up to them in my garden. But I cut back, but not all the stems have blooms on. Have I done something wrong?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe they need... Did you cut all the stems back?
Did you cut all the stems back? That might be the issue. Who knows? Claire Leach, did you meet Monty Don?
I'm afraid I didn't, Claire. No, I met a Skinny Jean Gardner though. So
Skinny Jean
Gardner. Personally, that was my highlight. Fantastic bloke, really nice.
Is he a thin bloke?
Yeah, he wore some skinny jeans. I have to say, they made me cry looking at them.
Is he like a beanpole? Just from the lower, from down below. The rest of him is a big fat person. Yes, okay. It should have been runner beans tonight, says Malcolm. Yeah, maybe, because we were running around a bit.
They're not ready yet.
They're not ready. We can only go by what's ready, I guess. What about Charlie Dimmock? I thought Charlie Dimmock had retired. Yeah,
I did see her either. The trouble is there's several stages where all these people will be talking, so it's very difficult to get round them all in one day. And the thing is, there could be one person talking on a stage that you want to see, and another person talking on the same on another stage. That you also want to see. Although they do have 2 talks generally during the day, it's still very difficult. There was 4 stages at least, I think, that I counted.
And I imagine that if somebody famous is on a stage, it clears the rest of the place so that other people can get round without the masses hoarding in, looking for the free samples.
Yeah. I mean, when there was a chocolate cooking stage, everyone went to that, which I don't blame them for. Because there was the Good Food Show was also on as well, part of the same group, all BBC stuff. But yeah.
Cool. So, what are we doing with the food, and how are we doing? We're halfway through the show.
Oh, ready? Crikey.
Oh, I know.
Crikey. Right, I think I'm going to get the artichokes just on.
Righto. Get the artichokes on. I just got to make adjustments to the camera. Make sure.
I'm just going to cook these on. Have you ever eaten artichokes before?
I have had artichokes, actually. Right. Harriet was very fond of artichokes.
Right.
But I found them a bit awkward because you had to keep pulling the leaves out.
Yeah.
You know, to me they were a bit like prawns.
Yes, and that's going to be very much how it is tonight, I'm afraid.
Sorry. Is it? So it's like gritty, on your handy, grabbing stuff and pulling it out your teeth stuff.
Yeah. The French way, I mean, this is obviously one of the artichokes that has been cooked. Which one are we on?
We're on that one.
Probably getting covered in smoke. These you can.
Yeah, show it on this one.
Right. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Okay. Right, yeah, all these leaves bits, you can peel them off, but the French way is to leave them on and then just pick them off and suck on them.
Right. Pick them off and suck on them.
Which is sort of what I've done today, but obviously the inner bit, it's not a good one to see, but the fleshy bit.
Right.
Which is kind of that. Sorry, this is marinating, so it's not quite looking like it's fresh, but the fleshy bit there is what the flavour is, or what people really want to eat.
Right.
So,
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Can I help myself to another bit of that rather delicious rum and black? Oh, sorry, the mint. The mint and lemonade,
of course you can.
Fizzy stuff, which actually is being poured out as we speak here. If you're enjoying these shows where we go out and about, do let me know, because we want to do more of this sort of stuff with more cameras. Now, I notice you're pouring, people can see that just about, you're pouring some, oh, hang on, just show it to this camera, there we go. You're pouring some sludge.
Yep.
So tell us what the sludge is again.
Well, this is the lemon and mint and lime all chopped up and blended together, but it's a bit too sludgy.
Right, okay. That's the blend.
Oh, and there's a bit of honey in there as well.
So in a way, you're using that as the cordial.
Yeah.
And then you're adding the fizzy whatever, whether you want
soda
water or lemonade. And presumably, you could put a drop of gin in there just to zizz it up a bit. Sorry, that's not the word. Shush. To shush it up a bit. Not so good on the shushing, me. I have limitations. Many. In fact, all the limitations, and the shushing is the biggest lot. I rather say zizz it up, because it's almost fizz it up. What's he doing over on the other corner of the thing?
Getting the potatoes in.
Potatoes?
The fritters.
Oh yes, that's right. Getting the fritters in. Kevin Hall says, Linda, I cut them back. Oh, he's talking about... Linda says, just cut off dead flower heads in the spring. They're talking to each other now. Annette Turk says, yay, I made it to the live show. Annette, so lovely... Oh, there you're on that camera. Lovely to see. We're in Richard Suggett's Allotment. and in Littlehampton with the sun going down on the longest day. It's absolutely amazing. We're having lots of fun. So well done at making it. Actually sounds lovely, says Glenn. And I can tell you, it is lovely. It's very lovely.
Well, the mint lemonade sounds lovely.
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
When my customer told it to me and gave me a sample, it was lovely, and I saw her make it right in front of me. So
it's refreshing.
I don't know what I've done quite. It's possibly the soda water, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think if you did, I mean, I like soda water.
Yeah.
So to me, that's all right. But I think with the soda water, a bit of gin. Not that I'm a big heavy drinker. I said in the other day, didn't I?
Yeah.
I rarely drink, but actually, when Georgie came on the show and we had some gin, it was delish. Maybe some ice in there would go well as well. But out here,
where are you going to get ice from?
Yes, I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, I know I fix fridges for a living, but that's asking for something.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't got one in the little fridge for the hot summer's day in your shed.
There is plans for that. Well, the shed will be where we are right now.
Oh yes, this is going to be the production shed.
Yes.
You're going to be doing podcasts and videos and live broadcasts from here, thanks to the wonderful training. He's going, I've learnt how not to do it from the Vobes. This is absolutely one of those how not to do it. So what are you doing now? You're pulling
to
out
open the feta cheese just to
feta
sprinkle
cheese.
on.
So, and you need something sharp, don't we?
Yeah.
You've got no kitchen implements.
I forgot my
Hang on.
knife.
We got a knife, but it's a plastic knife. A blunt plastic knife, ladies and gentlemen, which I'm sure is not going to be much cop. Hang on, you've got to see this.
Nope, that's not doing it.
Oh dear,
We'll try
oh
a
dear.
fork.
What about sticking it into the barbecue and letting the heat?
Might shrink it.
Oh yeah, that might shrink. I've got
Here you
key. Teeth.
Teeth.
Yes, it's a very, what's the word for hygienic? Yes, it's very hygienic. Thank you very much. The producer in my ear. Yes, thank you. It's up in the gallery. Where is the gallery? We haven't got a gallery.
It's all right. It's nowhere near the cheese.
Nowhere near the cheese. So it's fine. Oh dear, we're having a laugh, which is how it should be. James DeWill says vodka would be good too. Yes, that's true. I'm not keen on vodka myself. Mark Selwood says tonight is the night Richard sleeps in the cabbage patch. Yes, thank you very much, Mark. I was just saying to the lovely Julia earlier today before she flew over to Spain. By the way, hey, los españoles, to the lovely Julia, if we're on that camera over there. Yeah, she's having a lovely time. Hola! What do they say in Spain? ¿Cómo te llamo? That's about all the Spanish I know. ¿Cuántos años tiene? Do you know any Spanish?
No idea.
Do you know what I was saying?
No idea.
How old are you? How many years have you? ¿Cuántos años tiene? ¿Cómo te llamo? What is your name? And do you know what? I know how old I was when I learnt this because my response is ¿Cuántos años tiene? 13 años. 13.
13.
I was 13.
13.
Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, how did we get onto that? No idea.
I don't know.
No
We've got
idea.
wallpaper there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Live from Podding Shed.
Good one.
Yeah. Live from the Podding Shed. There you go. Clearly no producer, says James DeWill. Yes, thank you.
I don't know what I want about.
How many paellas have you had so far, Julia? Oh, that's an interesting thing. Bite with teeth, Claire Leach saying. Nikki Jess is saying hello to everybody. Hi, Sarah. Which is fine. Hola, says the lovely Julia. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant. So, I think we should find out how your quails are doing. We've been fascinated by your quails. You hatched them how long ago?
A week ago they hatched.
A week ago. I wonder how big they are. So, tell me about that experience. How did you know when your quails were going to hatch?
I didn't. I went in there one night to give them a turn like I do every evening, and I just suddenly realised there was a crack in one of the eggs and it was sticking its leg out trying to claw its way out.
Oh wow, and that must have been very exciting.
It was. I couldn't keep my eyes off it for the rest of the night. I was like, that
So, just explain, before we see the situation of them now, just explain, because you gave me some quail eggs,
Yeah.
and now this is where, again, I'm going to show my absolute ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. How do you know which ones are fertilised and which ones are not fertilised, and how do you know which ones have got live chicks growing in them and which ones haven't?
You don't, but fertilisation could happen even from supermarket quail eggs. The way they're kept, even the ones I gave you, could have been fertilised.
Right.
The thing is, they're not kept under heat to.
So if they're in the
incubate
fridge,
them.
they've had it.
Yeah, or even on the counter is enough. I mean, there is reports of some people being able to incubate ones brought from a supermarket, but that's
Rare.
pretty difficult, and you're not going to get a good hatch rate.
No,
But
no.
the bottom line is, like a hen would lay on its eggs to incubate them.
So had you done anything deliberately to incubate them?
Just put them into my heated incubator.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So you had every intention. So it wasn't an accident.
No,
You had every intention.
Every intention.
Right.
Partly because, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, one of my hen quails died.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately. So we kind of wanted to get our numbers back up, so I stuck some more in there and see what happens. And yeah, first time I've actually hatched anything, so I'm very, very pleased with that.
So have you tried to hatch them before?
Once before. Obviously, I've only had the quails since about November time, so
Right.
it's all a learning process for me.
How
But
many
yeah,
eggs a day do they lay?
one egg from each female, so I've got 2 females in the main cage, so 2 eggs a day. They're pretty reliable, actually.
Gosh.
We think the ones that have hatched, we've got 1 male and 1 female, but it's still too early to tell.
And how do they, I know this is going to be a sex question, but how do they get fertilised? Are they fertilised before the egg, presumably before
Yeah.
the egg is made?
Yeah.
The egg doesn't come out and then the man quail shakes
No.
a magic
No,
stick
no.
over them.
It's the birds and the bees.
Oh, well, I see. I never really worked out how the bees did it, and I could never quite work out how the birds did it. I knew how humans do it. That's what going to a comprehensive school taught you very quickly when you're about 13 years old. You soon learn how humans do it, but how all animal species do it, that's always been a bit of a mystery. Richard's just disappeared over here. He's doing something. What are you up to?
I'm just basting the artichokes.
Oh, he's basting them. Basting the artichokes, which is great. Well, we better go and see these quail eggs. Probably thought Richard S. was its dad. Yes.
Yeah.
Are they sort of trained now? Are they house trained? No, not house trained. Are they domesticated? That was the word I think I was looking for.
Quails are domesticated to the point they can't survive in the wild.
Oh, right.
These 2, I mean, I wouldn't say they're domesticated. They're still going to live outside, but at the moment, well, you saw them earlier. They're on my
Yes.
kitchen worktop.
So could you put them in is it an aviary?
Yes.
No, or is that an aviary?
Yeah. They're definitely keeping them in an aviary. You can't release them into the wild, so you can't free range them like.
Because that's illegal.
1, it's illegal, and 2, they would not stand a chance.
Right.
They'll be dead within hours. They're so easy to get hold of and prey.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. It's not because they would just not be able to feed themselves.
No, they'll be able to feed themselves. It's just literally
Foxes and other.
cats, rats, will.
What about other birds? Birds of prey.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at yours and see what they look like now, because we've been keeping an eye on them.
Here are the 2 quail now, ladies and gentlemen. Just over a week old. And as you can see, they're growing up quick, and their feathers are just starting to come through, especially in their wings.
Is there a voiceover?
Amazing how quickly they grow up. But nonetheless, they are doing it. So I was asked about, got a little bowl of water in there, and I've put pebbles in there. That is so they don't drown in their own water.
They're jolly little fellows, aren't they?
Great fun.
Absolutely. And do you know what sex they are?
No, I won't know until they're fully grown. We think one's a male and one's a female, but until they're fully grown and we can see the feathers, we're not going to know.
Oh, right. That's you don't turn them upside down and look for a little dangly.
It'll be very small, wouldn't it?
And because I suppose what we don't get is a sense of scale there. How big, if you could maybe do them with your fingers?
I suppose fully stretched, they're probably...
Fully stretched?
Yeah, I know. Like that.
Yeah.
When they stretch like that. But generally, they're probably only about
Oh, okay.
an inch or inch and a half, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
Tiny. They are tiny. I mean, you saw the size of a quail eggs. They're that small.
Well, I know. It's so tiny little eggs. Well, that's brilliant. Well, we're going to keep a watch on these quails from time to time. You're going to keep sending us bits of video. It doesn't know that. I'm just telling him.
You can check out
You will.
Or you can check out their Twitter page, Lord Lady Quail.
Oh yes, of course. You can check out. I forgot they had a Twitter page.
I forget too, to be honest.
And do they tweet?
They certainly do tweet.
Do they make a noise much?
Yeah. One of them, particularly at the moment, has got very noisy. Which is one I think is a male.
And did we hear them on that video we just showed? No. Because we can't hear the video playing out, so that's why I asked if there was a voiceover halfway through. So there we are. Right. So how are we doing on the time? By the way, I should just point out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's nearly 10:02. There is no group looking at the pictures today. Not really organised for that. How's it going on there?
Looking good, although I'm not sure about the potato fritters are going to be ready in time.
Oh no!
So we'll have the rest without them, and then we'll save the potato fritters for after.
We'll take pictures and post them on the thing if we can't get to it. So what's the next stage, if anything?
I am going to serve up the artichokes and the broad bean salad.
Oh, lovely! That sounds marvellous. Artichokes and broad bean salad. What is your barbecue fueled by?
Charcoal.
Charcoal. Oh, okay. This is very... Where are we? We're on this camera over here. It's very exciting to be back in your lovely allotment. And what's great, I think, doing this in the evening is the sun's going down. And yes, it's probably time to sort out the camera again. I realise that. I'm just going to do that as we speak. But it's nice to have... there's a sort of calming down atmosphere.
Yeah, it's very calming at the moment, isn't it?
There we go. Let's get a bit more exposure on there. That looks better. We can actually see what's going on. Suddenly it's daytime again. Probably got the same problem on my other camera. There we go. Just have to keep adjusting these things. One thing I wanted to say is that next week I'm going to be in the Forest of Dean, Monday till Thursday. So tomorrow will be the last live show. I don't know if I can get a live show out from where I'm going. I've no idea if I can get the signal where I'm going to be. I will tell you more about where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing when I've actually plotted some sort of thing. However, I should have walks going out every day on Facebook and on YouTube. I had to think then what it was called, because I'm scheduling them up. Because if I don't have any access to any internet at all, then obviously I've had to schedule them, so they should come out. But hopefully I can keep in touch. I don't want to be completely cut off from the audience by places that I'm going to. I might suddenly find, oh, there's a bit of internet, I can upload stuff. So I'll have to take my laptop and hide it in the car. Right, that said,
give it a try.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Look at this. This looks very delicious. So we've got broad beans and feta cheese, which have been cooked in the marinade.
It's got a mint and olive oil and vinaigrette.
Lovely. Let's try that. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
I love broad beans. I absolutely love them. And these are fresh out the garden.
Oh yeah, literally an hour ago they came out.
Oh yeah, so much better than those frozen ones. I quite Quite like the frozen ones, but there's a funny... The fresh is so much better. It's a hassle, though. Of course, you've got to peel the what's-its off. But if you're only cooking for one or two, it's not too many, is it?
No.
Mark Selwood says, this is Richard's only half-decent meal of the week. Go on, admit it. Well...
yes, it is my only half-decent meal of the week.
There you go. You can't pretend to have fritters ready. Oh, you can't...
They're nearly ready.
They're very close. They're very close. Bear with us. The sun goes down, cooking it up. Starting to feel peckish, says Terry Wood. I'm not surprised. Annette Turk says it's frozen. I'm so sorry, Annette. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. We seem to be streaming out all right. We've been going for 50 minutes. Our internet connection is holding up.
Pauline, is Grandad enjoying himself?
Is Grandad enjoying himself, Pauline? Wake him up, will you? Give him a nudge. Right, so what do I do with these artichokes?
What I'm doing, I'm taking the leaves like that.
With your grubby hands?
Oh, yeah, I've been cooking.
Well,
it's barbecue, it's fun.
I swallowed something. Yeah.
And then I just go...
With your teeth? Where's the bin?
Just on there, it'll be fine.
Well, I have to say, that's a fag, isn't it? I don't mean to be rude, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a lot of work, and that's why I don't think they're popular, these things, which is
Right.
a shame, because they're actually architecturally quite good.
Architecturally?
If you look at that plant, it's quite...
I see what you mean. They're aesthetic, yes,
Yeah.
no, yes, and very nice. Oh, hello, I'm being somethinged. Yeah. I think if they were bigger leaves and you've got a bit more of a mouthful...
Yeah. But once you pass the leaves, you might need your knife.
What happens then? Is there a lump that you can eat? Oh, I see. Once you've got past the leaves. Oh.
You see, that just flakes away.
Oh.
And then you can get down to the real flesh. Which is the flower bud.
Is the what bud?
The flower bud.
Oh, the flower bud. Ooh, it looks disgusting. But
It's an odd thing.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
It does taste. It tastes good.
We're not keen on them. I mean, like this, I'm actually quite liking it.
Is there a shortcut to this?
Wait for it to fall apart.
Can you eat the can't eat the actual leaves then? I suppose the body doesn't digest them very well.
I think you probably could. It's just they'd be quite difficult to chew.
Yes. Oh, well. Sorry, I'm just destroying this one. I eat very quickly, so I suppose I would find this.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I would find this very frustrating, especially if you'd been in a desert and you hadn't eaten for 20 years.
What I will tell you, that's the French way of eating it. And
I like the broad beans.
Normally, when I've done it before, I've cut all the leaves off.
Oh, right.
Just got down to the flesh, but it's so much work for...
Yeah. For a live broadcast. I have to say, broad beans are delish. Absolutely delicious. Makes up. With the feta cheese, I've never really ever been sure what to do with feta cheese.
Just crumble it in.
So I've always avoided it. Well, I do like I like the artichoke when I get to it, the middle bit. It's the sodding outer leaves I can't cope with.
I'll test that one before I pass it on to you.
Now he's dishing up, ladies and gentlemen. I've got sticky fingers here. You don't look convinced, says James DeVille. No, I get tins of artichoke hearts, says Claire Leach. Oh, you can buy them by the tin.
Yeah, that's an easy way.
Yes, eats fast and takes big bite. Feta cheese, good with olives. I don't like olives, that's my problem.
There you go. Have a potato fritter.
Ah, here we go.
Have two.
We're going to try the potato fritters, ladies and gentlemen. This is very exciting. very thrilled. I know I've just taken the piss about the artichoke
I'm with you on that. I mean, it's only because they were ready and they were growing there that I thought I should include them tonight, but they're a lot of faff for not a huge amount of food, which is why I don't think they're quite as popular as they could be.
Right.
But once you get past the faff, I think they can be...
The taste is nice, yeah, hearts, the artichoke hearts. So here is a fritter, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
Not the most good-looking thing.
But, just remind me what's in it again?
Potato. Onion. Salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper.
An egg and some flour.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Nice and fresh, isn't it?
That is fresh. And nice, youthful potato taste. And the onion, very, very lovely. Could you put a little bit of celery in there? I love celery. It just changes the dynamics of something.
I find celery a bit boring, personally, but...
What, cooked?
Even cooked, yeah, I just...
Celery and soup just kicks the soup into the next domain.
Yeah,
He's not convinced.
I'm not convinced on that, but...
But, no, this is delish. Absolutely. This makes up for the artichokes. Yeah, these are nice, and they've come out really cool. And they're hot.
Well, that's always good, isn't it?
What would you have that with? I mean, you could have sausages with that.
Sausages with it, yeah. Or pretty much anything that you wanted, I guess. I mean, it's basically a hash brown.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess it is.
Except I've done it on a barbecue.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. We should just remind people that we're actually doing this on a barbecue. You can be inventive, can't you, on a barbecue?
I've cooked a roast dinner on a barbecue
Have
before.
you?
Yeah.
A roast dinner? What, roast chicken and...
Roast beef.
All the trimmings?
Roast beef, and I used the oil that came off the beef to cook the potatoes in. Peas, sweet corn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was lovely. The only thing that's missing, and the lovely Julia would be able to say this...
Salt and pepper?
She knows. I like food with my pepper. Black pepper. She says, you always like a bit of food with your pepper, don't you? As opposed to the other way around. I put black pepper on everything. Porridge.
I do have some in that shed, and I've told myself to remember it.
Yeah.
But no, I forgot.
It's right down the other end. We've done all our running. That was really delicious. Bit sticky on the old fingers when you're eating it with finger food, but we are standing up and we're trying to sort of do that as a presentation, which is great. Let's just see what the comments are, and we're coming up to the end of the show, amazingly enough. Annette said, did you see my question? Kevin Hall's been asking. Claire Leach says, feta cheese, salad, couscous, harissa and Greek yoghurt. What does Richard do besides food and podcast? Fix his fridges. An ale would go well with fritters, says James DeWill. Yes, I think that's probably true. Love celery, says Claire Leach. Yes, I do. I pepper all my food, says Mark Selwood. So there we go. A number of agreements with it and non-agreements. The lovely Julia says, just give him half a ton of pepper today, not a whole one. Not just a whole one, yes. Thank you, lovely Julia. I hope you're enjoying it in the sun. She's an hour ahead of us. So, Julia, if you're an hour ahead on Saturday, can you get the lottery numbers, send them back to us, and I'll make sure that we get the winning ticket. That's the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah, we do it 3 ways.
On the Euro Millions. I think that's... People haven't twigged on to that. Oh, excuse me, it's all repeating. I should be throwing up in a sec. No, I won't. Of course not. On the wrong camera, I just realised. There we go. It's getting dark. And...
Oh, the sun's just setting behind that house at the moment.
There we go. Yeah, we can't... Actually, I wonder if I can just do this and see if we can get the setting sun. There it is. There's the setting sun, ladies and gentlemen. You get it all on the Vobes show, you know. You get it all. Now I can somehow get the camera... Oh, God. Get the camera back for the grand finale. The dance routine that we have been practising in the allotment. He lies. He lies clearly.
Rinner.
No such luck. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a joy. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Richard.
for having me again.
Another hour in the allotment. What have you learnt? God knows. But I hope it was worth
I
it.
think we've learned we don't like globe artichokes.
Yes. But otherwise, we love everything else. Richard, you've been a star. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Don't
having
forget
me.
to check out the veggrowerpodcast.co.uk.
I just remembered I had one thing I wanted to ask everyone.
And there it is. It's over. So there we go.
Next Saturday in Billingshurst, I can't remember the pub now. I think it's the Six Bells. They're having a memorial fun day in memory of 2 people. It's a charity thing going to Macmillan and Mind. One of the people it's in memorial for is my cousin who committed suicide last year. So if anybody's around Billingshurst next Saturday the 30th, please pop along.
Is it free?
I believe so. Yeah.
No, sorry, that's the wrong thing to say.
I believe it's free, but what happens
But yeah.
inside? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. The Six Bells in Billingshurst.
Yes.
Yes, it's a lovely old pub, the Six Bells.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful... it used to be, if I remember right, it's one of those Wealden type houses,
so.
the type that you would see at the Wealden Downland Museum, if ever you go. Well, we've had fun. Thanks, Richard, again.
Thank you again.
We've got the big clear up now. You clear up, I clear off. That's how it works. So
Nothing new there, then.
no. Join me again for a solo show tomorrow on my Todsome Odsome from the little back house, the back room in the terrace house. But until then, Richard, you could do the honours.
When you hear this music,
Nothing. Wait. It's there, but the
You missed
volume.
your cue.
Yeah, no, the volume was down. You'll have to do it again.
when you hear this music,
We dance. Only goes to show you wouldn't want us at your dance floor. Most definitely
why
not.
not?
We'll show the young'uns. Until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Take care, one and all. But from Richard and I, bye-zy bye. Bye. Oh yeah, thank you, Julia.